So, Neil Sean put out a video yesterday or the day before saying that Meghan and Harry are on the rocks. Well, I think I called that quite a bit ago. And, Prince Harry, I told you it was coming.
The facade is finally cracking. As the final days of 2025 slip away, the single most damaging secret Meghan Markle has desperately endeavored to bury is poised to be unearthed by the one person she cannot silence through NDAs or PR maneuvering. Her
that she's worked for years to keep buried.
Long story short, all right, I do blame Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, the shit stain of humanity. Yes, Meghan, and I hope you're watching right now. I hope you're watching, Meghan, because you are the shit stain of humanity.
Own flesh and blood. Before we plunge into the depths of this developing storm, ensure you are prepared for the revelations the new year will bring by hitting that subscribe button right now. Start 2026 fully informed.
As her brother, Thomas Markle Jr., says her Hollywood career is now over after spitting and kicking on her father at the lowest ebb of his life. What has happened over the past fortnight has been devastating to Meghan Markle's career.
It is late December 2025, and the contrast between Meghan Markle's curated public existence and her family's grim reality could not be starker. While Meghan is reportedly frantic in her attempts to salvage a crumbling public image through staged happy family photographs and a Netflix project that is struggling to find its footing, a genuine crisis is unfolding thousands of miles away in the Philippines. There, her half-brother, Thomas Markle Jr., is solely responsible for the care of their 81-year-old father, Thomas Markle Sr., who has just undergone a life-altering emergency leg amputation. The juxtaposition of Meghan's Hollywood hustle against her father's medical emergency has allegedly pushed Thomas Jr. past his breaking point. Sources close to the situation suggest the years of silence are over, and he is finally ready to go public with explosive claims about Meghan's past, specifically the mysterious yacht years that she has worked so tirelessly to erase from her history. We are not merely discussing garden variety tabloid gossip here. We are delving into persistent, specific allegations that have shadowed the Duchess for years, rumors that are now gaining terrifying new traction. These whispers connect a pre-fame acting aspirant to an elite, shadowy world of high society, yachting. The allegations paint a picture of Meghan orking her way through ultra-exclusive circles long before she crossed paths with Prince Harry. The most explosive element of these rumors, and the one Thomas Jr. allegedly holds the keys to, involves potential connections to Prince Andrew during the exact periods he was traveling with Jeffrey Epstein. Insiders are now whispering that Thomas Jr. possesses knowledge about Meghan's time spent on luxury vessels with wealthy, powerful men, including members of the royal family. They suggest he knows what she witnessed, what she participated in, and how a struggling actress managed to secure invitations to party with billionaires and princes. The timing of this potential revelation is far from accidental. It is directly tied to the fact that their father is nearing the end of his life. You begin to understand why observers believe Thomas Jr. is on the verge of exposing the biggest secret Meghan has hidden since becoming a duchess. The prevailing sentiment among her critics, and apparently her own brother, is that her Hollywood career is effectively over, a casualty of her treatment of her father at his lowest ebb. The events of the past fortnight, specifically her apparent indifference to Thomas Sr.'s amputation, have been described as devastating to whatever remained of her career prospects in America. It is crucial to state clearly that these specific yacht allegations remain unverified and are heavily disputed by Meghan's camp. However, the sheer persistence of these rumors, the increasing specificity of the claims, and the fact that they are now allegedly coming from inside her own immediate family create a smoke that suggests a significant fire. The timing, coinciding with a family crisis reaching its absolute breaking point, lends a grim credibility to the idea that something massive is about to drop. To understand why this is different from random internet speculation, one must understand who Thomas Markle Jr. is. He is not a distant relative capitalizing on a famous name. He is her half-brother, sharing the same father. At 58 years old, He was present during Meghan's childhood and teenage years. Unlike commentators analyzing from afar, he possesses first-hand knowledge of her life before the fame, her essential character, and potentially her activities during those crucial, murky pre-suits years. Furthermore, Thomas Jr. has established a pattern of calling out his half-sister publicly when he perceives her behavior as inauthentic or dishonest. He has previously expressed deep skepticism about her media maneuvers, suggesting her actions are often nasty PR stunts. His credibility as a warning voice was cemented back in 2018, just prior to Meghan's wedding to Prince Harry. In a now infamous open letter, Thomas Jr. begged Harry to call off the wedding. He did not mince words, labeling Meghan as shallow, conceited, a phony, and a jaded woman. He explicitly warned the prince, "I think she's going to ruin your life." Harry chose to ignore that dire warning, marrying Meghan anyway. Over the past 7 years, the world has watched as nearly every prediction made by Thomas Jr. in that letter appeared to manifest in reality. The ceaseless family drama, the unending controversies, the scorched earth policy toward the royal family, and a series of professional failures. Thomas Jr. recognized the reality of who Meghan was years before the broader public caught on. Therefore, when sources now indicate that Thomas Jr. is prepared to make specific claims about the yacht years and potential overlaps with Prince Andrew, it is not easily dismissed as mere noise. It is the potential revelation of information from someone who has been sitting on family secrets for over a decade. The current circumstances provide the motive. Their father underwent emergency amputation surgery on December 3rd. Thomas Jr. has been his primary caregiver in the Philippines, managing a profound medical crisis mostly alone, while Meghan allegedly sent a single letter through representatives and otherwise remained silent. Such a profound betrayal of filial duty is exactly the type of catalyst that leads someone to decide they are finished protecting a sister who will not even visit her dying father. There are certain facts about the yacht rumors that are known for certain. Multiple photos exist from Meghan's pre-suits era depicting her on luxury yachts in locations like Monaco and the Mediterranean, accompanied by wealthy older men. The existence of the photos is not disputed. What is disputed is the identity of those men, the nature of the relationships, and how a struggling LA actress was funding European trips to party on billionaires' boats. Investigative authors have extensively documented Meghan's connections to Yacht Week, events, and her pivotal relationship with Marcus Anderson of Soho House, often described as a connector to ultra-wealthy circles. It is established that she traveled in social networks that included individuals connected to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Questions have been raised specifically about whether Meghan's path crossed with Prince Andrew's during the years he was actively partying in those same circles on yachts and private islands. Where Thomas Jr. allegedly enters this narrative is the critical juncture between rumor and confirmation. Over the years, various photos have surfaced online showing a woman on a yacht with Prince Andrew, which some claimed to be Meghan. These specific photos were later identified as showing a model named Alexandra Scat, effectively debunking them. However, many point to this as suspicious itself, questioning why someone would go to the trouble of planting fake evidence unless they were attempting to muddy the waters and preemptively discredit real evidence that might exist. Multiple sources claiming connection to Thomas Markle Jr. have suggested in recent weeks that the information he holds goes far beyond what is currently public. The belief among insiders is that the palace has successfully suppressed many scandals in the past, but this one may prove uncontainable. The specific allegations circulating suggest Thomas Jr. has knowledge of Meghan's lifestyle during those pre-fame years, the types of parties she attended, the caliber of men she associated with, and the connections she was aggressively cultivating. The narrative is that he is finally ready to discuss this publicly because his disgust at her treatment of their father has overwhelmed any remaining family loyalty. Thomas Jr. has been active in the media recently regarding their father's health crisis, publicly castigating Meghan for her absence. He has described feeling sorry and embarrassed for her. This is the language of a man who has reached an emotional breaking point and is finished covering for her. Rumors circulating in royal watching circles claim Thomas Jr. supposedly heard directly from Meghan during those years about the parties, the people, and the connections. One version suggests Meghan bragged to her family about meeting powerful figures and that Prince Andrew's name came up in conversation years before she met Harry. Another version claims Thomas Jr. witnessed evidence of her extensive travel during a period when she had no apparent income to support such a lifestyle and heard explanations about who was funding it that simply did not add up. While these specific claims are unverified, the fact that multiple versions of the story keep circulating, all centering on Thomas Jr. as the source of truth, suggests leakages from private conversations.